Hello everyone, Chef Eric here and welcome back to the YouTube channel for yet another amazing recipe. And on for today I'm sharing with you guys how I make this absolutely delicious, moist, fluffy tres leches cake. It's a really beautiful sponge that's soaked with a combination of 3 different types of milk. So it's really moist, and then it's topped with strawberries and whipped cream. So it's light, it's tangy, it's sweet, it's just everything you want a cake to be. And it's perfect for a dinner party or a place where you want to impress people without putting in a lot of work. And doesn't even require that many ingredients, so let's get started. So we're gonna start by separating our eggs for our tres leches sponge cake. So just wanna crack them into a bowl and then gently fish out the yolk. And then to our egg whites, you wanna add in 3 tablespoons of our sugar, and then add the remaining of the sugar to the egg yolks. Set the egg yolks aside and we can start to work on our egg whites. You wanna whip your egg whites on a medium-high speed until they're looking really nice and fluffy. The reason why we do our egg whites first is because if the beaters beat the egg yolks first and then go into the whites, they won't be as fluffy as we need them to be. So I do suggest you do the egg whites first, but if you're going to do the egg yolks first, if that's your choice, just wash the beaters first and then do the egg white, because even the little bit of fat will interfere with the whipping process, if you get what I mean. So once your egg whites are really looking really nice and fluffy and white and pale, you wanna set them aside and you can work on our egg yolks. So to your egg yolks and remainder of the sugar, you wanna whip it out. It's looking really nice and white and fluffy. Over that, you wanna sift your all-purpose flour along with your baking powder. I just gently sift that over, and then to that you wanna add in your milk and vanilla, and just wanna gently sift this all together until it's fully incorporated. At this stage, you wanna be really careful so that you don't over mix, and also you don't beat the batter too much. Then you can start to add in our egg whites in thirds. So you wanna add in the first third of egg white, fold it in, and add the remainder third like that. And be careful not to over mix and fold as gently as possible. You wanna copy the folding method I'm doing here and just do it as gently as possible so that you don't knock out all the air. Once your batter is nice and smooth, set aside, and you can now start to work on our cake tin. You could easily have greased this earlier, but I forgot, so I'm doing it now. So you only want to grease the bottom part of your cake tin. This is just to allow the sponge cake to rise beautifully while it clings onto the sides of the bowl, of the sides of the tin which are not greased. If you get what I mean, it gives it a better rise and a better looking sponge cake. So grease the bottom and then pour your batter into the tin. Bake at 180 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. Mine took about 17 and it was just right. Check with a knife or a toothpick or whatever, and when it comes out clean, just know it is just perfect. Pull it out and you're going to cool it with a fairly interesting method. You wanna flip the cake onto a wire rack immediately it comes out of the oven and let it cool upside down. And since you only grease the bottom, the cake won't come out, so just leave it like that for about 20 minutes until it fully cools. Then you can start to make our soaking. So the first ingredient is sweetened condensed milk. Now when you're measuring sweetened condensed milk with like a cup measure, you wanna grease the cup measure with a little bit of oil so that none of the condensed milk sticks inside there and you have to start scraping it around. That's just a quick baking tip that I feel like is something people should know. So add in your sweetened condensed milk along with your evaporated milk and a little bit of milk. And the last ingredient you're going to add is some really good quality vanilla. If you do not can get your hands on like really good quality vanilla like I have here, just use vanilla essence. If that's all you have, it'll work just fine. Give everything a really good mix and then just set that aside. Once your cake is nice and cool, you wanna get it out and you wanna poke it with a toothpick to make a lot of small holes all across the cake. This is just going to help the soaking penetrate the cake a little bit easier. Pour your soaking over the top, making sure you get all the corners and crevices so that the mixture is fully dispersed across the cake. You wanna cover it with some cling film and allow to chill in the fridge overnight. Please chill it overnight, do not allow it to go for any less time so that you can get the perfect balance of cake. Once it's done chilling, we can now start to prepare our toppings. So you're gonna chop up some strawberries. You just wanna wash them, chop off the the tops, and then cube them into small pieces. You can choose however small you'd like to do them, but I chopped up about 200 grams of strawberries, add them up into a small bowl along with about a tablespoon and a half of sugar. Mix and let it sit for about 10 minutes for the juices to be released. In the meantime, you wanna whip up some cream. You have some cream and a little bit of vanilla along with a bit of sugar. The sugar is optional if you don't want it as sweet. Set the cream aside once it's at soft peaks. Then on top of your Tres Leches cake, you want to add in your strawberries along with their juices that have accumulated, and spread it out evenly. Add in your whipped cream and give that a really good smooth out, and you're done. You just want to partition the cake with like a toothpick or something that you can partition with, and then top with more fresh strawberries, and you're done. I really hope you guys give this recipe a try. It's super easy, it's simple, it's moist, it's delicious. It just has the perfect balance of sweetness and tartness, and it's absolutely delicious. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more amazing content every single Monday. And now we're doing on Wednesday, and I literally inhaled this cake in a minute, so it's amazing, it's light, and it's just perfect.